In-house is more than market trends and data. It's about people and programs. From coast to coast to coast, we share stories of Canadians who are directly impacted by our funding. In this episode, we introduce you to military veterans Jeremy and Arthur. After their service, both struggled to find suitable housing in Canada. Thanks to the Homes for Heroes Foundation, supported by the Affordable Housing Innovation Fund, Jeremy and Arthur found an affordable place to live and the support and resources to help them transition to civilian life.
As a gunner with the Canadian military, Jeremy thought about many things. Using his training, protecting his colleagues, staying alive. What he didn't think about was that one day he'd be homeless, living out of his car.
We had a few combat situations. We had a few rough days. We lost a few people on our tour, and a lot of people were injured. I lost one of my good friends over there as well.
Jeremy was among 40,000 Canadians deployed to Afghanistan between 2001 and 2014 to fight the Taliban and stabilize the country. When his tour finished, he got married and moved to Alberta. He had chosen to continue his military career until a serious back injury derailed his plans. Unable to perform his duties, he was released from the military.
I had decided that I had wanted to be in the military. This was the family that I wanted. It didn't work out.
His marriage had also ended, and he moved to Edmonton to start fresh. Then the COVID pandemic started, making that challenging. When Jeremy's disability benefits ended, he moved in with a friend.
I had undiagnosed PTSD, I was depressed, a whole slew of mental health issues. I knew I had issues. I knew I was spiraling down.
Not wanting to be a burden, Jeremy moved out and slept in his car. Unsure what to do next, he reached out to a couple of veterans agencies and was eventually connected with the Homes for Heroes Foundation.
They offered me a place to live and helped me when I was at my absolute lowest.
Launched in 2018, the Foundation's mission is to end veteran homelessness by providing not only homes, but also resources and services to manage the transition to civilian life. Foundation President and CEO Brad Field says there are around 10,000 homeless veterans in Canada. The challenges for veterans are similar to those faced by many other unhoused people, including trauma, unstable childhoods, addiction, and mental and physical issues. Add to the list coming home to changed family dynamics or poor job prospects, and some veterans find themselves on the streets with little more than the cash from a military pension or disability benefit check in their pockets.
We recognize what it takes for a person who has served their country to ask for help. It's a massive step, especially when you come from a military background.
The Foundation has built 3 villages so far, providing a total of 55 homes. 20 homes in Edmonton were created with support from the Government of Canada's Affordable Housing Innovation Fund. There are also 15 homes in Calgary, 20 in Kingston, and more on the way in Winnipeg and London. Most veterans stay at Homes for Heroes between 6 and 24 months. Rent and utility costs are kept to an affordable level, and caseworkers are on hand to provide support as veterans adapt to civilian life. Brad says being with other veterans is key to Homes for Heroes' success.
There's huge value in that, and that's why we design our villages the way they are. In our villages, we have a community center or a resource center where our veterans can come together and share stories and share trauma and so forth.
Jeremy agrees.
One of the things I realized when I got out of the military was for the 13 years that I was in, there was always somebody there to watch my back. I knew that the person beside me had gone through the same training I had, experienced some of the same things that I had. They knew what I'd been through. Getting out, I didn't have that anymore.
After 8 months at Homes for Heroes, Jeremy was back on his feet and found part-time work.
I rediscovered myself.
He is one of about 90 graduates and now serves as a volunteer peer support worker for new residents.
I do the, hey, I've been in your shoes approach. Some of the struggles that they go through, I've gone through myself.
One of the veterans Jeremy speaks with is Arthur, who happens to live in Jeremy's former unit at Homes for Heroes. Arthur spent most of his military career in Manitoba until workplace injuries forced him to leave. Mix-ups with pension and disability benefits left him without income. With few options, he moved in with his former foster family.
So I'm in severe pain constantly, like 10 out of 10. Like I'll drop to my knees sometimes. I was not able to work, and I was a huge burden on my family.
Rather than damage his family relationship, Arthur left. That's when he found Homes for Heroes. There he got a place to live and support with things like applying for benefits and accessing rehabilitation services. He says it was a huge relief that came just in time.
I was essentially going to be homeless.
Jeremy and Arthur are extremely grateful for the support they've received from the staff and caseworkers at Homes for Heroes. Jeremy plans to study for a degree in social work so he can build a new career out of helping other veterans navigate similar challenges. Back at the Homes for Heroes village, Arthur is taking it day by day.
I was going to do this eventually on my own.
For now, he says, Homes for Heroes is the answer he needs.
Thanks for listening. You can find more success stories on our website at cmhc.ca/blog.